Hi friends! We often are asked, what do you do about going to the bathroom when you're on the Camino? Well, that's a really practical question to ask, and I'm going to answer what works for us, so stay tuned. First, I'm going to answer the question about what you do when you're out on the trail. I'm out in this beautiful park in our neighborhood. Lots of trees. It's on a nice lake. Actually, there are some places that don't have nearly as many trees near the path that you'll be on. And so there are actually plenty of places that I'm noticing all around me where you could sneak back into those trees right there or over there. I don't see anybody else around, so there are lots of good spots right in here. Something that we have noticed in all the years we've been walking the Camino is that there aren't that many public restrooms like what you would think of being in a park or a public playground area or anything like that. Occasionally you will find public restrooms, but not very often. So even if you see a picnic table that looks like a good spot to stop and have a snack, there may not be public restrooms, public toilets for you. So we always pack small packs of Kleenex tissue. In Spain, they're called pañuelos, and they look like this. And here is a close-up pañuelos. We also carry a roll in our backpack, but then take a single dog poop bag and I put these in my cargo pocket. They fit in there really well. Really compact. Pañuelos are something that you can find easily at any market. Sometimes you can buy them individually, an individual pack. More often in a grocery store you'll find a pack of 8 of those little packs, something like that. But they're very inexpensive, very lightweight. Like I said, we just carry one pack in our cargo pocket, pants pocket, and that's usually fine for the walk that day. But you don't just need those when you're out in a countryside area like this park. That's not the only time you use the pañuelos. Anytime we're in a cafe or any place to stop for refreshment on the path, I have learned you cannot assume that there will be toilet paper in the toilet, in the servicio. Servicio is how it's spelled in the anglicized version, but sometimes on the door it just says the letters WC. That's kind of universal. But if you forget all of that, if you just ask your host at the cafe, toilet, that will get you pointed to the right direction. But anyway, because so often they have so much pilgrim traffic in a bathroom, in a cafe like that, and they stay so busy waiting on people and helping people. They don't have time, if they have the toilet paper to put in there. So you might find yourself without anything in a stall or in a cafe bathroom, so or toilet restroom. They laugh at Americans when we call them bathrooms. They say, "Do you want to take a bath?" Anyway, so I always just have that packet of panuelos in my cargo pocket, in my pants pocket, and then I'm good to go. The thing to know about using a bathroom in a cafe like that is that the proper thing to do is to purchase something in that cafe. They consider their facilities like bathrooms for paying customers, so keep that in mind. Also, when you are when you're having to go out in the countryside, like this park, for instance, would be an example. That's where that dog poop bag comes in. After you go, be sure to use that little bag to pick up all the waste and wrap it up well and put it in one of your backpack outer pockets. And as soon as you find a trash bin of some sort, you can dispose of it there. But with so many people on the Camino, it is really difficult. It creates a very difficult and disgusting situation for the residents of the towns that you go through, to leave that sort of thing and not pick it up. So be a good citizen, be a good pilgrim, and pick up all your waste and dispose of it in a trash can as soon as you find one. Another thing to mention is how to use your hiking poles when you have to go relieve yourself when you're out in nature, answering the call of nature while you're out in nature. Your hiking poles can come in really handy. I always take mine with me when I go behind the trees or the bush, and I actually keep them close by so that I can use them, to hold in my hand and actually help stand up again after I've been squatting down. When your legs are tired, or if you're just lots of times you're on a hill or something. Anyway, taking your hiking poles with you when you go into your little private tree or bush area can be very helpful to help yourself up and down. So that's another thing to give you a heads up about. Another type of restroom, bathroom, servicio, toilet situation you will encounter on the Camino is the albergue bathrooms. Just a heads up, they are all very different. They vary not just in the cleanliness and how many toilets there are and how many showers there are, but they differ in whether or not they separate the genders, so that there is a women's side and a men's side. Sometimes they're mixed, and just a heads up about that. Some of the toilet stall situations have doors, some don't. They only have curtains. Showers, same way. Some have shower stalls, some don't. They're just separated by curtains. Some don't even have curtains. They're just in a big room. And the floors can get very wet for the whole bathroom then because of that kind of shower situation. So I have not heard of many problems with this kind of setup as far as safety, but for people who are more modest or shy and want more privacy, which I would fit into that category, that you need to be aware that albergue bathrooms come in all shapes and sizes and varieties, and some offer more privacy than others. Some no privacy much at all. I'm talking about the municipal albergues, especially for this. And so be aware of that, and yeah, just be aware of that. I don't want to dismiss that concept because it serves so many people very well, and many people are in a culture that grow up with much more freedom with that, and I did not, and so it takes some getting used to for me. But I just wanted to mention that as well. Those are our best tips for how to deal with the call of nature, answering the call of nature on the Camino. And I would say for the guys, I can tell you goodbye, buen camino, but ladies, if you want to stick around to watch the next couple minutes of this video, I deal with some questions that just ladies seem to ask. So guys, buen camino. Ladies, stay tuned. Okay, this next section is for the women. So men, you don't have to listen to this if you don't want to. And it has to do with some of these gadgets that you see that are essentially a funnel that you can carry with you and use for urinating so that you don't have to squat. You can remain standing. One brand is called a Shiwi, and there are probably other brands too. That's the one I'm familiar with. And for some people I've read, they really like those, and they feel like they were served well by them. I did not find it helpful. Just want you to know that I did test it out at home before we went, and I did not find that it was something I wanted to deal with, because once you use it, then it is wet, and you have to figure out how to carry that wet silicone funnel somehow in your backpack. And the other thing, and this was recommended in the directions that came with the funnel, be sure to practice with it a lot at home before you go on your first excursion using it outdoors, to save yourself any accidents with it. Let's just say that. And the other question that women want to know has to do with their hygiene supplies. And I will tell you that probably you would serve yourself well to have 2 to 3 days worth of your hygiene supplies for your monthly time with you, and you certainly will be able to replenish that in markets along the way. So I would always have with you enough, at least for 2 days, and otherwise you'll be able to get those things that you would need at a market. So just for the gals, there you go. So I will say buen camino until next time. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.